I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I don't even know what to say anymore. Maybe this is just they are who we think they are. They are what they've been playing as. The Baltimore Orioles lose 6-0 to the Houston Astros with their ace on the mound. Not the Astros ace. No, he had a 5.2 ERA. The Orioles ace. How much longer can this team, can we even consider this team to be a threat, a decent team? This is bad. Every part of it. You want to talk about hitting, pathetic. Pitching, pathetic. Defense, pathetic. Managing, pathetic. Coaching, pathetic. Everything about this team, everything this team has stood for the past month and a half, pathetic mediocrity. And I don't even know if I can call it mediocrity because that might be a compliment. Mediocrity is a compliment to describe the recent 2 months for the Baltimore Orioles because it's been abysmal. Six to nothing. Let's dig into the stats a little bit more. Corbin Burnes, 5 2/3, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Nothing good ever happens after a walk, as we learned tonight. Listen, they didn't get hard contact off Burnes. It wasn't like they were lighting him up, but it was just death by a million paper cuts. Just bloop shot after bloop shot. You give up walks. They come around to score because of balks. This is tough. This is tough to watch. You got Corbin Burnes to be your ace down the stretch. And recently he's been part of the problem. We scored, 10 runs his last start, and he gave up 8. We lose. Not that he could have given up 1 tonight and the team still loses. So I can't put it all on Burnes. I mean, the offense has just been Houdini recently. I've never seen a team just so successfully disappear just at the snap of a finger like this offense can. It's genuinely impressive that you can have this many talented players in a lineup and just night after night after night put up zeros, put up uncompetitive at bats, uncompetitive innings. There's no fight in this team. That's the biggest thing that unfortunately worries me about not just this year, but next year and throughout. It seems like once this team, for some reason, gets down, they've lost confidence in coming back. As soon as it hit 2-0, I was like, damn, there we go. I love this. McLover Pants. It really is the perfect storm of suckitude of late. Perfectly put. Perfectly put. This has been tough. This has been tough to watch. Been brutal. Let me look it up. I think the Orioles are like 32-31, 31-32 over the past 63 games. I miss the days of Rugi at this point. Rugi, Adam Frazier, Aaron Hicks, the guys we all threw out the door. Maybe they were the guys saving us. Maybe they were the guys saving us. Who knows? Because it doesn't look like this young core, it's done. And I think the Orioles have won a singular game. I think the stat is 1 game since May 10th when trailing in the 7th inning or later. And it was like 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, this team, it can't. Once they're down, it's out, down and out. It truly is brutal to watch. Let's go through the offense. Colton Cowser 0 for 3. Anthony Santander 0 for 3. Henderson 1 for 4. O'Hearn 0 for 4. Rutschman 1 for 4. Mountcastle 1 for 3. Austin Slater 0 for 0, but he got a walk. He got on base. Thanks for showing up, buddy. Thanks for showing up and being a friend. Austin Slater 0 for 0. Jackson Holiday 0 for 4. He's 0 for his last 16. Not ideal from the young kid. Cedric Mullins 0 for 2. However, he did walk in the 8th. And then Ramon Urias 0 for 3. That's 3 hits. 3 hits. Three hits against a guy, a rookie that came in, and you felt like this was your opportunity to win. I talked about this earlier today when we had the Trevor Rogers stream. Me and Kevin talked a little bit about that then. I said tonight, I did a little preview, said tonight was a must win. Tonight was absolutely must win. Because you had your ace on the mound, Corbin Burnes on the mound versus Spencer Arrighetti, a rookie with a 5.2 ERA. Now, he's been pitching better as of late, but at the same time, it is a rookie who has been struggling at times this year against Corbin frickin' Burnes. You need to win that game. And the Orioles lost 6-0. I don't know. This could very easily get out of hand and be 4-0 sweep in the blink of an eye. Because this is the hottest team in baseball in the Houston Astros versus I don't even know what to consider the Baltimore Orioles. It's like those memes where it's like atomic bomb versus coughing baby, who wins? Like, that's how I feel. Like, this team has no chance at times, it feels like, and it's just draining. That's the word of the year. The word of 2024 for the Baltimore Orioles is draining, because every day it feels like we are stuck. We have talked about it a million times here. Feels like Groundhog Day. We wake up, there's that slight hope of, hey, Corbin Burnes is on the mound versus Spencer Arrighetti. You know, tonight's probably a night we can go win. Would love to get back on track. Not so fast, my friend. Lee Corso, not so fast. 6-0 loss. I don't know. I don't know. I truly don't. Corbin Burnes, we said his line 5 2/3, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. My one up, yeah, I'll do 1 up, 1 down. 1 up, Matt Baumann. Matt Baumann. One in the third inning, 1 strikeout, no hits, no runs, no walks. Thank you, Matt Baumann. Thank you. Gregory Soto, 1 inning, no hits, no earned run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. And then Nick Vespi, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. I agree. Talking sports, you absolutely nailed this. 1 up, the bullpen. 1 down, everything else. Laurie, you make a great point. 1 up, it wasn't a no-hitter. That's where we've gotten to the point. Remember when we had World Series aspirations, and now we're sitting here saying 1 up so we didn't get no-hit by the rookie. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, baby. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. This is rough. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to go through the Hunter, I appreciate this so much. Good vibes news. Eflin says he's feeling better. Yeah, incredible news. If they can get him back before, right after the 15 days are up, which would be in about 9 days, they can get it right before then, and he doesn't have to have a rehab start. This would be best case scenario for Zach Eflin and for the Orioles, all of that. So, yes, good news somewhat coming out of today. It's just, yeah. And Adam, I agree. Burns was not bad. His defense and bullshit bloop shots cost him. If they turn 2 routine double plays, Burns gives up 1 through 6. Uh, I'm not going to say it was a great start, but it was not horrible. It's definitely not as bad as the stat sheet really looks. It was death by a million paper cuts. It was bloop shot after bloop shot after bloop shot. Just 2 outs, can't get guys out, little singles. It's tough. It truly is tough. I like this, Thomas. If we make it to the ALCS, will you be able to forget this pain? Would love it. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. But Thomas, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm focused on trying to make the playoffs right now. We went from can this team get the 1 seed still? Turn it on late, get the 1 seed, win the division. Let's just find a way to make the playoffs. Let's just find a way to make the playoffs. 1 game at a time. That'll be my positive of the night. Just make the playoffs 1 game at a time. I saw a lot of people talking about it, so let's talk about it. Today, the Seattle Mariners fired Scott Servais, their manager, because of how badly they've been playing recently, and more importantly, how poorly they've been playing over the past 10 games. I believe they lost 8 of their last 10. They've lost 33 of their last 50, I believe, or 52. I know people want to see Brendan Hyde go. I hate to be the bearer, but I don't believe they fire Hyde. I really don't believe. Just mid-season, I don't see it. If they don't make the playoffs and stuff, I think Hyde is for sure gone. I don't see them doing this mid-season. It would be interesting because if you get rid of Hyde, you can just automatically upgrade Freddie Gonzalez. So that, but I just don't. I just don't see it happening. See what I'm saying? Well, about one and done. If they get swept, like if they make the playoffs and they get swept again, if it's just abysmal, I think he's going to. I've said before a few times, I think they have to make a step, which would be the ALCS. Or at this point, having a competitive divisional series, I think keeps Hyde in this job. If they get swept in the divisional round, they lose in the wild card round, they don't make the playoffs at all, then I think we could definitely, I think we see a switch up at the manager spot. And I think it goes so much further than just the manager spot. We have 2 hitting coaches and we can't hit, which is kind of wild because I feel like with 2 hitting coaches, you should be able to hit. But I rest my case, I guess. It's been non-existent. I think there's a stat that the Orioles are hitting. It's going to have changed by this point, but the Orioles are hitting like 150 in their last 6 games. That's not going to win you games. That's not going to get you to the playoffs, and it sure as hell is not going to get you far in the playoffs if you're batting 150 in a series. So that's not going to get it done at all. It's another brutal stretch. It is such a brutal stretch right now. We're on about a month and a half of this brutal stretch. And for a while, I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, but the more guys go down, it gets harder and harder to feel like reinforcements are coming. It gets harder and harder. And, we talk a lot about the O's here. So how about we bring on someone who knows a little thing or two about baseball, the man of the hour, Ryan, how we doing? Oh, I can't hear you. No.
How about now?
There we go. We're back.
I had my mic muted. I feel like I just saw you, by the way.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, how you doing? Just chilling, finishing up some things in the studio. Couldn't leave you hanging because I know Kev's a little busy. Um, yeah, what I miss?
I think the O's are fine.
Yeah, hey, O's are fine. I think Zach. What's funny with that whole saying, and we even talked about it tonight on the show, is that I think people look at it. It's more of a mantra, it's a motto, and I think people the true meaning behind it isn't that everything's all dandy and things are fine all the time. And I've been in locker rooms and situations where you go through stretches like this where you're frustrated, you're sitting there and you can feel external pressures. You're not having the results on the field consistently, but in baseball, if you get to that way, the extremes every single time like that,
Yeah.
one, you're going to drive yourself nuts. And two, it's such a long process. The Houston Astros were 10 games out of first place, Zach, right? That was your
Yeah.
stat?
10 games out in June.
And since then they've had one of the best records in baseball, the third best record um, since July 1st. And actually, going through this list right now, other teams that have had better records than the Orioles and that are not in the playoffs, I'll pull this up. This is maybe context to it because I think it's just good to know, right? Boo, 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 boo. Sharing. So here, Diamondbacks, Padres, Astros, the Athletics, Zach. The
Don't
Athletics.
let the Athletics get hot.
So the Giants, the Tigers, the Reds, the Rays. Yeah, Yankees are 21 and 21. Orioles are 21 and 24. Same with the Guardians. Braves are a game below 500. And what's that team right down here, Zach? That's
The
24.
Philadelphia Phillies.
And look, I'm not sitting here. This isn't me sitting here saying everything's fine. We talked about it earlier today that the Orioles are not executing well enough. Consistently well enough. You can't do one thing well the other one night and not execute in other factors. Situational baseball for the Orioles, something they were so good at last year, they're not consistent with this part of the season. I think it always felt like when the Orioles fell behind, they were going to find a way to get back. But that's the 2023 Orioles.
Mm-hmm.
2024 Orioles is they are not consistently finding ways to get back into the game. And that's scratching and clawing. And I made that tweet out, by the way, where the Astros scored 5 runs with 2 outs off of Corbin Burns. 3 of those runs came with 2 strikes. So you're talking about situational hitting. The Astros just said, hey, we got to make a play. We're not going to try to do too much. And Zach, how many home runs the Astros hit tonight?
0.
So I think that's my point. That the Astros, we kept mentioning the Nationals because they did it to the O's. You got to find ways when you're not hitting the ball well to scratch and claw and be effective. Whether that's, again, stealing bags. I know it's a different day and age of baseball. And I know that a lot of people have this perception, Zach, that we are so always positive. I'm a positive guy, but I will be objective about what I'd like to see. I would love to see the Orioles be more aggressive on the base paths. I know it's a dying art, but I like hidden runs. I like bunts. I like doing something differently if
Put
it's a spark
pressure on the other team.
and if it sparks the team. The Orioles have too good of athletes to not want to push the envelope in some of those categories. And quite frankly, when you do stuff like that, and I missed the play of that. Can you walk me? Did you see the Jake Myers, the Corbin Burns error?
Yeah, where the guy, so pretty much just bunt, and it was a beautifully placed bunt, but Corbin's just got to hold on to it, throws it down the line, and
So
then
was it a bunt?
yes, it was a bunt.
So it was a 2-out bunt.
Put
A
pressure on.
2-out bunt where the Astros, and again, I'm with you. Corbin's got to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you force people to make decisions, they make mistakes. And the Astros right there, that led to a run. And guess what? The next batter drove in the two that advanced on the throwing error.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my point. It's little things like that where it can really change the dynamic of a game. And for the Orioles, offensively, they can do just about anything. But just like every team, if they aren't doing those, if they aren't hitting the ball out of the ballpark or they aren't driving extra base hits, then you got to find a different way.
Yeah.
And that's something I would love to see. So, and again, the O's are fine for people that are saying it's not that that it's all I'm wearing these rose-colored glasses. Damn, where are my glasses? I don't know where they are. But the point is, it's the world isn't over.
Yeah.
And all you can hope for Baltimore, truly, I would love them to win the division, Zach. You would love them to win the division, Zach. You need to get in. And if you can get some guys going at the right time, that's an answer that no one wants to hear right now. But that's the reality for the O's.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality for the O's. So
right. It's actually funny you put it like that about, every team has struggles and stuff. Saw a tweet today that might be the truest. Actually, it was a few days ago. That might be the truest thing I've ever heard. It said Major League Baseball is one team that wins the World Series and 29 other teams that believe they would have if they had a bullpen. Every team has issues. One team is going to get right at the right time. They're going to get hot, and issues will disappear. We saw it with the Diamondbacks and the Rangers last year. The Rangers last year were a team that around this time, no one thought about because all they did was hit home runs. Their pitching was mediocre. Their bullpen was atrocious, and people laughed at the thought of them making a deep playoff run. But then they got hot. Now, this Orioles team, they're going to need to get some guys back. I think that's first and foremost. You need guys like Eflin to get back after this IL stint and continue to do what he's doing. You would love Grayson to come back, but you don't know about that. Guys like Jacob Webb and Danny Coulombe are going to be massive pieces if this team wants to do anything. And then a guy like Jordan Westberg is going to have to come back, who was the Orioles statistically their best hitter in late game situations, in big situations. I've seen people say, the Westbrook thing, he wouldn't have saved, that much. It wouldn't have been that big of a difference. It's a huge difference when your guy that you relied on in big moments, who was always calm, cool, and collected, can come up there. And if there was a big moment, Westbrook was coming through. How many games this year did Jordan Westbrook have the go-ahead hit for in?
Yeah. And another thing, Zach, to your point, what I loved with this, and Nutsberg, or I was going to say Nutsberg, Westberg put his nuts on the table when he got the 2 strikes. Yeah, sure, he'd strike down, but there was a moment. The feeling with Westy is when his back's against the wall, he's going to grind with 2 strikes. That was a guy that really set a tone for a lineup, or set it that you could rely on. Everything you're saying. And in the playoffs, if you're hot and swinging the bat well, then yeah, you can go deep. Like when the Phillies went on that awesome run 2 years ago, and Harper's homer to left, and Rhys Hoskins slamming the bat 100 miles an hour at the ground, they were buzzing. They were on. But not every offense is like that. Texas got going at the end. They were on fire. But you know how also Texas beat the Orioles? They were scrappy in the box, man. They were really good with situational hitting. Yeah, they hit some dingers, but they walked, they got 2-out hits, and they made things happen. For Baltimore, that's the part that they got to get to. And that it's not pretty. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that a different Arrighetti, who's not the owner of the Orioles, was the one that kind of shoved it up there tonight. Like he did. So it's a context of it here where you got to find different ways to be effective. What the favorite thing is, and Zach, he might be your new favorite player, Austin Slater.
Yeah.
What moment do you think I'm going to say?
Today, working the walk?
Well, not that, but I was saying about Slater his one moment when he let off the game, I don't know, last homestand.
Yeah. First pitch, bunt down the line, get on base. Little bunt single.
Put pressure on the defense. Beautiful. Then Gunnar hit a Jimmy, So, yeah, the long ball is nice. Find ways to be creative. I remember a time, I just love the art of the situational game, Zach. I love it. And that would be my biggest thing for the O's. What do you have to lose to say, hey, we're getting on base here. Hey, gets the first pitch here or going or 0-0-1-0. Hey, hit and run on here. Let's put it in play. Put the wheels in motion. And if a guy's lined out, or it's a pop up, or it doesn't work, so be it. But say that grounder gets through.
Yeah.
Say the defense has to move. We're at this point, Zach, fair to say, trying something different is
can't be much worse. You gotta find something. Like I said, I think they're batting less than it's like 150 now over their last 6 games. You might as well try something. That's the biggest thing. And Ryan, I know everyone's asking about it, so I gotta get your opinion. How much of this do you put on a guy like Brendan Hyde, the manager? Is this something where he's just been dealt a rough hand? Everyone's slumping at the same time, the injuries, all that? Or is this something where you're saying, yeah, there's probably reason to say that he could be doing things differently?
Yeah, for Hyder, I think there's a lot of perceptions that people sit there and want to go blame him for everything. He is the captain of the ship for this, right? So you're supposed to keep to motivate and be the leader and all that, right? But also as a good manager, you let your other coaches do their responsibilities. So for hitting, you trust your hitting coaches, you let them do what they have to do. You trust your players, you let them do what they have to do. On the pitching side, there's the biggest problem that I had was, and that's actually a video we just put out on the Ryan Ripken show. So when we're done here, go check on that because we talked about high leverage situations. And Jonathan Papelbon, for the Red Sox legend, 6-time All-Star, World Series champion, he gave tremendous insight to what it actually takes to pitch in high leverage situations. Not talking about closers, just high leverage games on the line situations. So I think that people, there sure is going to be blamed for Hyde because he's the manager. I think that the bullpen's been overused, and that's kind of a combination of the starters aren't going deep enough, and sometimes Hyde, you want to win now, and sometimes it builds up. That's 2 things I've seen, Zach, honestly. Yeah. But as far as what things are going on right now, you kind of got to right the ship. And quite frankly, it's the first time the Orioles have truly had a speed bump where you can feel external pressure since they were good in 2017, 18, before the rebuild. Because in 21, there was no expectations. 22, there was no expectations. So a lot of these guys these players at the big league level haven't gone through what it's like to actually go through a rough spot. Team's going through a rough spot, which I think ultimately is going to benefit them, though.
I do too. And as we're talking about, Kevin Ostreicher joins the show. Kevin, how we doing?
Can you not put me back in the screen because you do so? Yeah, it's only solo. Hold on. Like I'm not driving the car, so let me see if. Yeah, there we go.
God.
Look at that. Look at that. Just got out of a concert. My hearing is shot. I don't know anything about the game other than they got shut out. So, can you guys enlighten me on
Kevin? The sky is falling. Everything. We're throwing the team out. Where's
the Hamilton jersey then?
I know. It's actually. I should have gotten it back out there. I did tweet out "Go Ravens" though after the Astros went up 6-0. I was just like, Corbin Burns threw the ball away.
Is this just another day that ends in Y? Was it runners in scoring position? Was it?
Oh no, we didn't even get to that point. They struggled. Yeah, they struggled just to get the runners in scoring position. Unfortunately, it was they couldn't get anybody on. Only 3 hits tonight. Yeah, let me see. What was the official runners in scoring? I think it was like 0 for 3 runners in scoring position.
0 for 3.
0 for 5. 0 for 5. 7. Oh, we left. Okay. 7 left on base, but 3 of them were in the final innings when it was over. So,
Sheesh.
yeah.
Man.
Tonight was a death by a million paper cuts by Corbin Burns. Just a lot of bloop singles, 2 out, 2 strike hits that just kept innings going. It was brutal.
Was it all Burns or did the bullpen give up runs?
Nope, bullpen scoreless.
Wow.
And it was Matt Bowman, Gregory Soto, and Nick Vespi who put together 3 1/3 scoreless.
Yeah, just like everyone predicted. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's with what you're telling me. It seems like it's something different every night, and that's tough because it seems like you have one aspect of your team back, and then the other one kind of lets you down. Then that part gets back, and then the other part lets you down. So, I mean, what's the X amount letter word? I don't know how many letters consistency is, but that's the word, consistency. That is what we keep talking about. So, I mean, look, this is a team that the silver lining is there's not really one at this point, but hopefully you're just getting through this now and you're learning how to deal with failure and struggle now. Then when you get to October, you can turn it around, but you got to turn it around first, and that's where you're trying to get to. So, man, tough knowing that's how they went out tonight.
Yeah, it is. And me and Ryan, we were talking just before he got on that, it's like we've been begging for, Kevin. Put guys in, runners, send runners, get them in motion, hit and runs, play some small ball, find anything to get these guys some runs, steal a game or two. And it feels like something just got to happen.
Well, and I'll say this too, and I don't know if you guys have talked about this, but this is actually something, Zach, we talked about last night, and I saw it on Twitter before my phone died. But essentially, there is so much pressure on the pitching staff right now because it feels like if there is a run or two scored against the starting pitcher, that's like kind of all the leeway you have without inconsistency.
We lost
offenses right now, which is tough because we had talked about how in the playoffs, how do you find more bullpen consistency? Obviously, the pitchers have to do their job, but it's also about the offense giving the run support necessary so that bullpen doesn't have all this. Oh, they have to go out and did what Bowman, Soto, and Vespi did tonight and go scoreless just to have a shot to win the game. Not to mention what the starters obviously play a part in that too. So the biggest part is it's every single sport, every single part of a team. It's what it should be. Did my internet just go out?
No, we got the majority of what you were saying. I'll explain for the people who don't know because I know
it went out for a second. My bad.
Yeah, no. So what Kevin's saying is we've talked about it's every facet of the team. You can't have it seems like on a nightly basis. It's the bullpen has to pick up for the starter. The starter has a great outing and the bullpen lets him down. The pitching staff has a great outing, but they can't get any runs. We put up 10 runs, but the pitching staff gives up 12. It feels like over the past few weeks, we've only seen 1 or 2 games where you felt like the entire team had a good performance, where they had a complete team win. And that's what sucks is when even 2/3 of the team, whether it's the bullpen and the hitting have a good night, it feels like the starter lets them down. If the starters and the hitting have a good night, we lose in extras. Like it just feels like we've sat there we found so many ways to lose where last year we found so many ways to win. And that's what's most frustrating.
Yeah.
I mean, you also have 3 more games to get it right. So hopefully they can.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see what happens.
Ryan. Good, man. Hey, I just realized it's a fun place. It's funny. I looked at it. Someone tagged me in something. you know, Twitter's a fun place. You know what I tell people? Hey, you can feel for fans, like, I get it why you're pissed. I get it why you're frustrated. And I said it, like, want to vent your frustrations? Hell, do it. I got no problem being a punching bag, guys. I told you that. I've been called about every single name. I'm not going to change how I perceive or how I act on situations. It's just not how it's going to be. And I'll try to joke around a little bit, like you name it about what's been talked about or what's been said. I've been called it, believe it or not. That's the perception of it. So when I say this, I just try to give my opinion. I try to be objective. I try to be positive, but I completely get why it's frustrated. Why? You love your team. You love your team, and you want your team to win. And it hurts you that you're seeing an opportunity that you feel is falling away. And I get that. I do, 100%. And like I said, there's a chance the Orioles don't go on and win the World Series. There's always a chance. Zach, you said one team is going to win this thing. So
one team.
Yeah. So odds are that with just that, the O's aren't going to be that team. Having said that, though, things can be magical. If you believe in an Orioles magic, you believe that teams can get hot, and you believe teams can get on a roll, then damn, we'll wait and see what happens. And maybe it's surprising, because I guarantee you, did anyone have the Arizona freaking Diamondbacks to be the team that just walked by into the World Series, beat the Phillies 2 games in Philly to go to the World Series? Did anyone see it? Did they see them just dismantling the Dodgers? Like, no. Hell no. Did anyone see the Rangers, who had a losing record on the road, win 11 road games in a row of a playoff record, 11-0 in the postseason after they were just 40-41 in the regular season away from Texas? Just get the hell in.
Get
in and see where it falls. O's are 5.5 games up for they have the top wild card spot at the moment. They're a game and a half out of the division. They're 5.5 up on Boston with the tiebreaker right in there. Just get the hell in.
That's all you can
That's
do.
That's all I got, man. And if you're going to be mad on Twitter, it's cool. You tag me on it because you think that I'm terrible. I got told fuck Ryan Ripken a couple times tonight.
That was so funny. The O's are fine. Fuck Ryan Ripken. I was like, damn. I was like, okay.
I think, you know what, I tweeted, I deleted it, though. I was like, well, buy me dinner first, like, damn, if you're going to do that. Wow. But I realized,
you were about to send it.
I should have just left it up. Like, I deleted it just because, you know what, if there was a young kid looking at it, I didn't want it to be up on his timeline. That's kind of why I deleted it. Because, I know I have kids that I do lessons with. So I was like, you know what, I'll take that down,
I think this might be it.
That's a great example. Great example. I have a couple bottles in the studio here. And the reason why I'm here so late at the studio is because we got a lot of renovations coming, man. And I'm excited. Zach helped me move this stuff. Kevin, you know about it as well. So
the studio is so empty right now. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and this is the thing, Shanti, this is now more than ever the only team that has figured out how to be the number 1 seed or have a playoff bye and continue to play hot is the Astros, the team that is still the team to be in the American League, Kev. Like, it's kind of what we're talking about. I think Kevin's good. I think he's muted right now. He's trying to be a man of the people in the car.
I'm acquiring McDonald's. We got to be strategic with this. We're going to do the Rocco reveal. So stay tuned for that.
I'm excited. But yeah, Ryan, as you said, it's all about getting in the playoffs. It's all about getting hot at the right time. We saw, and hey, sometimes you get right at the hot time, and then it all crashes and burns in front of your face. We talked about the Phillies last year. Talk about a team that looked destined to win the World Series. Everything was going right in October. They had some of the wildest walk-offs. The celebrations were unreal. It felt like the Philadelphia Phillies could do no wrong. And then it all came crashing down. It all came crashing down. So it really is just to the point where baseball is baseball. It will humble you as much as any other sport, and the best players are going to get their ass kicked sometime. Kevin, I thought you were just taking a shot real quick.
Oh, that would have been great.
No, this is Gatorade.
I thought Kevin was just having himself a night.
No, I'm not driving the car and I'm not drinking alcohol. That is a bad combination. We do not endorse that.
You know what? That's a great point. Great point. We don't allow that. We don't allow that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And you know what, Kevin? People thought the cops. I was thinking the exact same thing, Daniel. Thought the exact same damn thing.
Oh.
No, it's not. Some guy did get pulled over though, just not this car.
I was thinking it was going to be you, but hey, here's a good phrase. You guys have heard this.
Baseball's hard.
Baseball is so damn hard, man. So damn hard. And you know what? I saw some tequila sponsors. Maybe that's in the works. But you know what, Laura? We got our sponsor, D. Betty, that we are excited. We're going to have giveaways for the football season for the Ryan Ripken Show. There's so many things we got planned for you all, this great community, and we appreciate that. I think everyone feel a little bit better. You know how sorry, I got taken off with Dennis. Yeah, I want to make that. That's a good point here. Like, yeah, don't do it. Just don't do it. No. Forgot where I was going with this.
Love the positive. Cade Povich, why not?
Yeah.
Why not Cade? We just watched a rookie outclass Corbin Burns. Why can't Cade Povich go outclass Hunter Brown? Why not?
Is Valdez pitching this series?
Actually, I'm not sure. Let me,
because that's a good opportunity to bring back up that story from Jim.
Very true. Very true. Good thinking, Kevin. Good thinking.
It all connects back to each other.
Yeah, Valdez versus Suarez on Saturday.
Oh.
Hey, you know what? Maybe I saw something. Maybe the O's need to find if it's Creed that needs to come back, if that's the Rangers, that's fine. But you need to find something.
Yeah.
What is that song?
That's very true. They got
from Creed.
No, Kevin. I don't think they can do. You can't run back Creed.
You can't.
I've never seen Creed.
Huh.
You don't know who they are?
I know the movie.
You don't know who Creed
you don't know the band? Oh, let's go there. Let's make our escape. No.
Kevin, have you not seen the Dallas Cowboys halftime show?
Halftime show.
Like the famous halftime. Can you take me higher? Yeah, I was gonna say, Kevin, you so know this. Who's on the hotter seat? Brandon Hyde with the Oriole fans or Kevin with the Kevin and Zach reactors? It really is. Just so many people. That's this car right here, officer.
Yeah, Kevin, you're telling me you've never seen this video? Time out. Let me share.
Yeah, put this up.
Don't get the channel demonetized.
Kevin, I will do whatever the hell I want.
Well, after what you just did,
I'm not playing the sound though, Kevin.
Kevin, you've definitely seen this video.
I don't know if I've seen the video, but I know the song.
Yes, you wait for it. You've definitely seen. You know exactly. Wait for it. You've definitely
that guy.
This.
You haven't seen that guy?
No, I've never seen that.
What, Kevin? This is the most famous halftime show.
Kevin, they're flying. They're flying. It hasn't been done since.
That's really cool. That's really cool, but I've never seen that before.
Kevin, you have to. Like that, you are on the internet way too much. I see this on my timeline at least once a month.
I've never seen that. You would think that it would be on my timeline.
Kevin, this makes no sense.
But
Kevin, this was all around social media last year too. Plus, it was it was a moment that lives. Like Ed Hockley as an NFL referee saying, yes, there are penalties in the Pro Bowl. It's Ed Hockley with that. It's just
Kevin is the least online internet person I've ever seen. That is so true. For someone who lives on the internet. Oh, Kevin, are we ready for the reveal?
Yeah, we got the reveal. So first of all, we obviously got the 6-piece nuggets. You know, got to always get the nuggets going. But then this is the real find. All right. This is a triple cheeseburger from McDonald's. And then we got napkins. And
yeah, the people are asking, did you get a toy?
That's it.
Wait, somebody Brooks called it.
A happy meal was acquired in this quarter.
I will say that gives great vibes. I remember some things.
That is incredible. People are hype about the Happy Meal.
And then this is the back of it.
Go, Kevin, we need to know what toy is in the Happy Meal. Do
they
still do
this? There's no toy in the Happy Meal.
They stopped putting the toys in the.
No, I think you can choose. I think you can choose. So
no, it's not the same. All right, well, guys, I got to actually.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap this up now. After we just no toy is going to.
That's really the biggest disappointment of the stream.
Kevin, I don't know if you see the comments right now, but there is chaos because of.
They're really. I'm looking at them right now.
There is no toy.
Okay, so then all right, we'll do a redemption where we'll go again and we'll get the Happy Meal. Here, look. Oh, I guess there's not really light anymore, but these are the options.
Wow, they had options and still didn't even give you them.
There's just it's like I don't know what this franchise is called, but I know it's like the Karopi frog thing.
I love it.
I don't even know what that is.
One down, no toy.
Kevin, you say you know what that is, but you don't. You've never seen the Creed halftime show, and you never heard of the band.
Didn't you say I'm like the most interesting man on earth or something, where I'll like know something super random, but then not know something super common?
I mean, yeah, that's a daily thing.
Yeah. So I don't think this falls very far out of the realm of what people expect of me.
Yeah.
Wow, there is chaos in the chat right now.
In which chat? Oh.
In this one, everybody's saying that the toy should have been acquired, but there's not. There's no.
I agree.
That should be a poll.
You knocked down that door.
We haven't done a poll in a while about anything. About whether a Happy Meal tastes different without a toy in the box.
Hey, you know what? Maybe I'll post it on Twitter, but then a lot of people, they're still in their feels and moods about being mad.
Yeah, you might want to wait a little bit for that.
Well, it's okay. I told people I'm a punching bag for it. You got a problem? The Orioles are losing in a game that I don't play in. I'll take the blame.
Well,
Hell yeah! The Orioles are losing by.
We try to be the destination for people to kind of shoot their feelings off, whether it's happy, sad, whatever. We try to take some of that brunt because it's tough.
Oh yeah, dude, it's absolutely tough. But we got to have some fun. Zach and I had a line, and I don't think that you actually. If you don't know this one, it's a problem. We did a little like karaoke, but it was actually like it wasn't karaoke.
No, it was just kind of riffing off each other. We going back and forth.
There was some good riff.
Yeah.
There's some good riff, some good lyrics of songs in there. And just great reference to Beer Fest. Kevin, you have to frustrating. You haven't seen that.
No, I
No
don't know what you
chance.
just did. I don't know what the heck that was.
Our West Virginia tonight was really good too.
It was
Zach.
incredible.
Well, I'm
Oh.
sure it was with 2 people. I'm sure it's very easy to coordinate with that instead of 5 people.
Yeah, you know, but we did it, and it was fucking beautiful. People cried, Kevin. People cried.
Wow.
Yeah. Kevin, I'm not gonna lie. This comment section is in sham. Like I've not seen
This is like when we said
it wasn't
name a
even this
random
bad
Oriole.
when I first got in here. Like there were people calling for Hyde when I first got in here, and it wasn't this bad. Like there is chaos in the chat right now over you.
Yeah, this reminds me of when we did the name a random Oriole, and the chat just went on for like 30 minutes. Like we're past the McDonald's, and we're still going on the McDonald's.
That was unreal. We hit like 2.3 thousand comments that live stream for over just an hour. There were
I
so
have been
many
informed
random-
instead of the toy, it's apple slices.
No toy, no piece.
The toy has been replaced by apple slices. That was the choice.
I love how people are so upset about it.
I see the disgust forming on Ryan's face.
Hey, this is.
I mean, I love applesauce or slices, dude, but at 11 at night, buddy, give me the toy. If I'm getting a Happy Meal, let me live back my
You
childhood.
want to get like a McDonald's Happy Meal toy collection in the studio, the new revamped studio? There'll be a little section for it.
I'll be honest, I didn't hear you completely.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, should we get a little Happy Meal McDonald's toy section in the revamped studio? We'll make a little section for it.
No. If you can get me the old Kevin, if you can go on a hunt to find the old toys of the McDonald's Happy Meal, then yes. We'll take you around the tour.
Do you know who you're talking to? I am an eBay legend. I can find anything.
That is so true. I trust Kevin to get.
That's a terrible. I take it back.
Just name whatever old McDonald's thing you want, and I'm sure I can find something somewhere.
And you know what? Hey, I was thinking about this. It's, we'll need to sing "My Heart Will Go On" from Titanic. You know, Kevin, the song that was made for the movie Titanic.
Yeah, that. You know what? I take that one on the chin. I was so adamant that it was not. I was dying on that hill, and obviously, my funeral was held for that one. So that's tough.
Just once more, Kevin, you open the door, and you're here in my heart. And my heart will go on.
I was gonna say he's not gonna. I was waiting for him to.
You know, we really stopped doing the Kevin Oki. We just kind of tossed that to the side. There's a lot of
Kevin. It doesn't matter near, far, or wherever you are. We can do it. You just let me know.
I will let you know.
And I'll tell you what, Kevin. There is nothing that I fear.
I'm sure there's not. You know, this should be the new bit, is you do it, you talking to me in song lyrics and me trying to make conversation out of the song lyrics when I don't know the song.
Kevin.
So, there we go. There's a lot of retired Ryan Ripken show lore.
Oh, no, it's not retired.
Segments. Kevin's Corner is retired.
No, it might be back. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
It was more now that we just don't have to move the cameras as much, that we don't have to keep it on you for a while.
Yeah, yeah, that Kevin Oki. I haven't really done a tough food stunt in a while. It's been a while since I guess there really hasn't been a ton to do.
Yeah,
but
Kevin got his own segment of the show, Kevin's Corner, solely because we were like, Kevin, you got to keep talking. like we're trying to move the camera, and that just turned into Kevin's corner.
Yeah, it helps that I talk to myself for 30 minutes a night, like at least 4 times a week. So, yeah.
You know,
The other thing I was gonna say, Kevin, and this is the other part. If you want to have, Kevin's corner come back, and you want more things, you gotta work, man. You gotta creep, and we'll get it done. But you gotta work for it.
But you gotta go to work. Is that it?
No, but good song.
yeah.
Not it.
I was close.
No, you weren't. Not even close.
I was close. I'm gonna say.
Kevin's too busy chasing waterfalls right now. Kiss me to the Oh, we didn't have the thing work at the end. You know what? I'm just gonna post it on Twitter. If people are mad, you know what? They'll just say, if the guy says "F me" again for it, I should have left that tweet up, man. But I feel for the kids. I should have left it up. Buy me dinner first.
What are you posting? What are you posting?
So we also didn't have the sound work at the end of the show today.
Yeah, the music just for some reason the board wasn't working, so we started singing the end song while I started singing the end song.
Nice.
Bum, 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 bum.
And then that's just how it ended.
Oh yeah, it was great, man.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You never do.
You know what, Kevin? Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. What movie did that?
I can't take credit for it.
What was that?
He got it, but not by his own doing.
Oh.
Yes, I
Your internet just
No, internet's bad again.
Yeah, you got cut off that entire time.
Man, I feel like you.
Yeah, this is how I feel, Kevin. Just out on the streets, doing the thing.
Yeah, there has not been a Bali on the streets in a while now. Actually, I think people miss it.
Well, we had Bali in the Uber last weekend. That was a thing.
That's true. That is true. I get that. Yeah, that's like halfway.
Yeah, like it would have been Bali on the streets if the game had ended earlier, but it kind of was a long game. So then, because it was delayed. It was delayed until like 8:30. That's why. So yeah, I was already in the Uber by the time it ended.
Yeah.
We weren't back on the streets yet. Yeah, but anything else we got on the Orioles game before we head out?
I think we're so far past baseball.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yes. This is the last thing here. Just kidding. My internet's fine.
What? What?
No, but but honestly, perspective here. You know what? And at the end of the day, at least from what I understand, and it could be it could storm tomorrow, but I think the sun is going to rise. I think that things always feel worse than they are, and I think that what you're realizing is that consensus from this: get in the dance and see how long you can do it. Just get in the dance. The internet's fine. And again, the mantra of the O's are fine is
put it on a shirt.
Put it on the shirt. Put it on the shirt.
Baseball's hard. The O's are fine.
Baseball's fine. The O's are fine. And if things aren't going well, it's going to be all right. But at the end of the day, take a deep breath and enjoy whatever's going on. And Kevin and Zach did this in the start of this to get in with all of you guys. I'm proud of what they're building. I hope you guys continue to like and subscribe. What we're all trying to do at the Ryan Ripken Show, Ryan Ripken Media, Kevin's word, empire, not mine, Kevin's.
Kevin loves
the empire.
We want you to have an experience. And then depends on what the experience you want it to be. We believe it's a good one. But if you're pissed sometimes, cool. they're going to be here for it. We'll be here for it. But at the end of the day, I think there's a lot of things, and this is why I think we got a great community so far, is that we do this because we want to be there for you all. And I think I can speak for Kevin. Kevin and Zach literally do this for you guys every single night because they're passionate, but also they really care about the people that want to be a part of it, and they want to help. I just saw that comment, Zach, about Mike that watches.
Yeah. So shout out Mike if you're still watching. Shout out.
Shout out Mike,
Appreciate
man. And he said, been watching Kevin and Zach react tonight. Love them as a fan, and he's happy when I get to roll through sometimes. It helps helps relieves things. That's it. So I know you guys appreciate it, but as whatever I'm considered to Kevin, if I'm the Empire, maybe in Kevin's mind I'm a Sith, as in the Empire, or a dictator, I don't know. But I wanted to just come on and say, like, these guys are rocking and rolling for you guys, and they appreciate you. I appreciate you. A lot of good kids in the chat, man. It's the Ryan Ripken media approval. You're a good kid. Kevin didn't get a toy, but it's okay. Tomorrow's a new day. And that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I got to say. Yeah, appreciate everyone who tunes in. Win or loss, we try to have a fun time here. It's like a little therapy, as we call it, after losses. You just got to get the bad vibes out. And hopefully by the time you turn it off, you're feeling a little bit better about the night. So with that being said, I think that'll do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach Reacts. The Baltimore Orioles lose 6-0 to the Houston Astros, but we are back at it tomorrow. 7:05, I believe, is first pitch. So we'll be back after the game to catch you up on what went down. We're live after every Baltimore Orioles game, every Baltimore Ravens game, and breaking news in between. So you guys have a night, and we will catch you tomorrow for another edition of Kevin and Zach React. Shoo-wee-wees.